All right, welcome to this episode of the Current Gen podcast. My name is Tim. This is not Jeff, Dan, or Kyle. Instead, we have my kids. First, we have
Shepherd.
then
Nev.
and
Thaddeus.
all right. So my kids like to play games, but what they don't know is necessarily the deep history of games that I know. So I'm going to try to stump them in a little game I'm calling "What's That Game About?" So here's how it works. I'm going to name a game title, and they together are going to try to figure out what's the game about just based on the title. Take their best guess. The rule is, though, if you know it, if you already know this game, you have to be quiet. Let the others take... You could just say, I know what it is, and just wait. Let the others take a guess at it.
Yeah.
So don't ruin it
Yeah.
if you know what it is, okay? If you happen to it. So that's the basic premise of it. Let's see how they do. I've got my phone here with the notes, so I'm not texting people. Don't worry about it. All right, so here we go. Guys, first game I'm going to mention, and here are some things, by the way, that you could guess, and I'll give you a point if you can get pretty close on one of these things. Overall reason for the title, main story or setting, if you can figure out like the characters involved, who you're controlling, who you're fighting against, or a really accurate take on the genre. So like a genre would be arcade or action or sports or RPG. Yes, exactly. Okay? Sound fair?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Game number 1. Explosion Man.
Oh, I know this game.
It sounds
maybe
familiar,
like-
but I don't.
It sounds like a fighting game.
It kind of sounds like the Graceful Explosion Machine game.
It sounds like something with like bombs or something.
Obviously. Wait, what was it telling?
Explosion Man.
Wait, you know this game?
Have you
You ever
Really?
played it before?
I have played this game before. Me and Magersa have.
Well,
So, bombs are involved? What do you
like
think?
Fighting and like.
I feel like
it might be like.
What do you think you, like, take one guess. What do you think you do in this game? What do you think you do?
I think it's a multiplayer game where it's kind of like
I think
you
it.
try to like tag each other and
Okay.
then like it lasts with the bombs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Explode.
I think
Okay.
it might be kind of like Mario Kart 8 where you like do the little mini games and stuff.
I like the balloons and like the
Yeah.
battle mode and stuff. Alright, Thad, what is it actually?
Okay, so you're this man, right? And you get like experimented kind of on, and then you like there's these doctors, and you're supposed to like kill them, I guess. So you explode, and you like kill them, and you get through these levels, and you explode. You can like hop.
It's like a side-scrolling game.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And you literally explode. They even made a follow-up called,
Explosion 2.
I think it's called Missplosion Man or something like that. Or Missplosion.
We have
something,
both the one that
How
Xbox
is it
360.
not
Alright, so that's Explosion Man. Alright, what about this one? You guys, I'm going to give you a point for that one because you said bomb and you guys got pretty close.
Yeah.
Alright?
Uh,
What about, and if you know what it is, don't say anything, Metal Gear Solid.
No.
I don't know.
You got to guess what it's about based on the title.
um.
So give me some kind of guess. Like, I think it's set in this area.
So
I think
maybe-
I think you build
maybe-
stuff with metal.
you build stuff
Or
with metal.
maybe it might be like a person that's like that like has metal on them.
Okay.
Like
What title
like
again?
Metal Gear Solid.
No.
That's a weird title.
I mean metal.
What do you really think? Tell Kyle all about how bad that title is. Tell him.
That's
That's a-
really bad.
That's like just adjectives.
It's kind of
Metal Gear Solid. That's just
So-
words next to each other
So,
that don't make sense.
You build
That's a
things.
sentence.
You're made of metal. What's one guess about any of it?
I think
Say-
it
or
might-
what kind of game do you
it
think
might
it
be
a
is?
puzzle game with like a gear theme.
A
I-
puzzle game
I
with gear
think
theme. Okay.
I think the
Yeah.
game would be like one of those like country games where you like shoot and stuff and it's like
Kind of like Red
Oh.
Dead Redemption.
yeah.
So Metal Gear Solid is actually an action stealth espionage army type game. It's a third-person game. It started out as like isometric or overhead view, and you have to run around shooting bad guys. There's big boss fights. There's lots of like government conspiracy storylines, and there's like 5 of them in the main series, and there's a few spin-off games. And Metal Gear is actually a gigantic weapon, like a big robot, big mech, basically. That's a big weapon that's going to be used. So that's kind of the idea. But the storylines get wacky and crazy.
That's like not anything that fits with the title besides the
Metal Gear Solid. All right. What about, so you don't, no points for that one, but I liked the guesses. Chrono Trigger.
That
It
sounds
rings
like
a bell. It rings a bell.
It should ring a bell. It hurts my heart that they
Yeah.
don't know it.
that
I think I might know. Is
that does ring a bell. I feel like
Wait,
it's
what
not
is it?
a game
How
that
do you
you
spell it?
Chrono Trigger.
Is it kind of like Super Hot?
C-H...
CHRONO. Chrono.
C...
I feel like it's kind of like a game like Super Hot. Cause
And then Trigger.
I think
Separate word.
I think it's like super hot.
Okay, so kind of like super hot.
Because like chrono means time. And
Okay.
chrono is gun.
That's probably the smartest guess. Adults wouldn't have made that guess. I like that guess.
Chrono does mean time.
I think it might be a game kind of like, I don't know, like Elden Ring, where you like go around fighting. And, like,
Okay, a game like Elden Ring,
I don't know.
like an open world action RPG. What do you think, Thad? Anything about it? What is the game like?
So,
what do you think it's about?
There's guns.
Guns,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Because of the white trigger.
I agree.
Okay.
Like Shepard said, but like you get to go like back in time.
Okay. You guys are all a little bit close in some little ways. There is an open world to explore, but it's not at all like Elden Ring. It does involve time. It's not like super hot. And you can go back in time. Can you grab that mug at the top, that black mug right there, Chef?
Yeah.
Can you reach it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Don't fall, don't fall. Alright, and
Oh,
then
this is part of the game.
you guys take a look at the characters. So it's actually a old school JRPG, came out on Super Nintendo. It's one of my favorite games ever. And it's turn-based RPG, like
It's like a little pixel game.
it's pixelated because on Super Nintendo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like what you
It's a
call
little
it?
anime and pixelated mixed together, but
Oh.
Is it
it's
kind of like
made by the company that made Final Fantasy.
I was about to say Final Fantasy, but I was
You can leave it down here, Chef.
I
You
was
can
gonna
just
say
leave
Octopath. Octopath Traveler.
it. All right. What about The Witness?
You're
I feel like-
Hitman. Hitman.
Like a
I
Hitman
feel like
game?
it might
Yeah.
be like a murder mystery game or like something that's like in a hospital. I don't know why.
Okay, in a hospital, murder mystery maybe. Okay, what do you think, Shep?
It's like a card game.
Like a court game?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like
something
a
to do.
simulator.
Okay. No, on all counts. No, The Witness is a puzzle game. It's like a first-person puzzle game where you're exploring this island and finding these puzzles you have to solve, and the game doesn't tell you anything. You have to figure out how to connect these lines together in these puzzles. A lot of people loved it. It wasn't my favorite, but a lot of people loved that game. But it's a puzzle game. It's like this really calm, relaxing like setting.
The Witness sounds like
The
something
Witness.
would be like a murder mystery.
I didn't finish it, so I don't know why it's called that, but it's called The Witness. Okay, a couple more, and then we'll wrap it up. Asteroids.
I played it.
It sounds like
Okay,
that
you
sounds
played it.
that sounds like
I think
a
I
space
played
game.
Space. Very
Like-
good. You're on the right track.
Oh, I think you.
The asteroids.
Yeah.
It'd be something totally.
Something with
So
asteroids.
you're this ship. I think I played it as your ship, and like it's like that game you play. We saw you play. It's like that.
Like mini shoot adventures?
Yeah, but
Yes.
you're a little ship, and you shoot these bad guys.
Alright, Shep, are they on the right track?
Sort of. That's like kind of like an older game.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
you're in a box, and then you're a ship,
What shape are you?
like triangle.
Yeah, you're just a little triangle.
And
And what do
then
you shoot?
giant, jagged rocks, asteroids.
Yeah.
And then they fly in from the edges of like the square, and then you have to shoot them, and then they go into smaller asteroids, and then you have to keep doing it, and then after like a certain point they die, and then it's like a high score game.
Mm-hmm. It's an
Oh.
old arcade
Oh,
game.
so it's kind of like
Arcade game.
It's an old arcade game. Just like a joystick and one button where you just like are aiming one direction with your little triangle and hitting a button to
it's
shoot.
kind of like that. The game where you like that ship, and then like the bugs go down the line.
Defender. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's similar except in that one you're just along the bottom, and this one you move all around the space.
And they
aim.
also come from.
Yeah. All right, let's see if you can figure out what is Bully.
That sounds.
What kind of game is Bully?
I feel like that also might be like an open world one, but
It's
not
like a-
as much like action.
Okay, open world.
Ant bully.
I know that's
Okay.
what I thought of.
So you think it involves ants?
No.
Oh, okay.
But that was just the first thing
it's
that
like,
came
it's
to
like
my
something
mind.
like that where you
Mhm.
are getting bullied.
Okay.
And you take revenge.
Okay, you guys are not that far off.
I think
What
it's
is
an
it?
RPG where you are the bully.
All right, you guys are all kind of right. It's the people that made the Grand Theft Auto games and Red Dead Redemption games, so it is an open world game. It's just a much smaller game because you're on a school campus. You're at like a boarding school basically. Think Harry Potter minus the magic. You're at like a boarding school. You have uniforms and all that. And yes, sometimes you can do the bullying. You get to kind of pick. Sometimes you are getting bullied and you're fighting back. There's like punching and classes you go to and
I wanna do
stats to
that.
upgrade. It's a very unique game.
Real
Everyone-
life simulator.
I would win that.
yeah, it's basically considered a
Real life middle school simulator be like.
it's considered an open world kind of action adventure with some RPG elements in it. Yeah. So there you go.
So
Bullet.
I got it right.
All right. Let's do one more, guys.
Okay.
How many do you have left?
I have a whole bunch, so we can do these again another time.
Okay.
Last one. Rampage.
That sounds
Wait.
that sounds like something you would like.
I feel like I played this game
I
before.
feel like I've heard of this game.
How come I know none of these games?
There's a lot of games out
You're
there.
like game. No offense.
Yeah. You've only been alive for like a fourth of the gaming industry. So there's a lot of games that you've missed.
Well, that's
I think I played this game.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Nev, what do you think it is off the top of your head? Rampage. What do you think What do you think you're
When
doing?
I think Rampage, for some reason, I think someone riding a bull. That's literally just the first thing
Okay,
that comes
riding
to
a
my
bull.
mind.
So you think maybe in this game you're riding a bull. What do you think you're doing?
Like, Rampage, it sounds like you're, like, running through, like towns and, like, destroying stuff, or, I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like it's like a Wreck-It Ralph guy.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's a truck game, like a monster truck game, and
Monster
then
truck?
you have to like destroy the other cars.
Okay. Those are all good guesses. You're really close destroying the town. You're even closer with Wreck-It Ralph. In Rampage, you select a large monster, Godzilla, King Kong style. It's an old arcade game. And you go into a city and you can climb up buildings and like punch it till the building collapses. You can grab people out of the windows and stuff like.
Is there any way you fail the game?
Oh yeah, you can die because like helicopters and army starts to come in and try to kill you, try to stop you. But yeah, they were like monster games basically. You are the monster and you come
That
in and
sounds
just
fun.
Oh.
and you have all these little tiny pixelated people going ah, and then you just destroy everything.
Oh,
Yay!
And you can even pick them up and eat them.
Oh my gosh, that's gruesome.
That's funny.
It was really fun.
Yummy!
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a really fun
yummy.
multiplayer game.
That's a nice
All right, well,
appetite.
thank you guys for playing. You guys did a pretty good job. You gonna go back and play any of these old games? You think?
No.
Mm,
Yeah. I want to play
Maybe.
Explosion Man.
Explosion Man?
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. Say bye to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.